It is a delight to have you join me. As always, the format of the reading is going to be that I'm going to start by explaining the two cards of essence right here at the top. And by the time I have reached the lower days, I will upturn all the cards together and start channeling messages for you in the first person. So if you are ready to receive messages from your future self, let us begin with the session. Ooh, okay. Pile 1, the first message that I am getting here is you have no idea how connected you are to your highest self right now, okay? I mean, it's the highest version of yourself to the extent that I almost said your divine self. Now, because this is something that your future self is relaying back to you in the present when you're watching this video, it lets me know that as you are walking the path in the present, even though it may not seem like, for some of you, I do feel that you do feel attuned to your higher self and you are conscious about it. But for those of you who have no any such idea, the message which is coming from your future self is that every step that you're taking in the present moment, you're taking under the aegis of your divine self. You're taking it under the guidance of your highest truth. And I do feel you're in for a surprise. I don't know how. I don't know why. But there's something waiting for you at the turn. At the turn of the path that you are treading on right now in the present. And something is concealed from you for your highest good, naturally. And there's something which is happening in the background for you. Something which is very dear to your heart, but at the same time, it's not meant to be illuminated in the present moment. Not now, not right now. And I have a feeling when you do reach this point in the future in your life, you're going to have a hearty laugh about it. And I see you looking back into the past, which is actually going to be this present moment once you're in the future, and remembering this reading when that happens, when that realization happens, or when that epiphany happens. Kamar, or the moon, is one of it's just the most potent card in the tarot deck. That's what it is. It's the most blessed card in the tarot deck. And it's coming out as one of the first essential energies in your spread. What can I say? It's giving me a lot of magical vibes. And I feel for those of you who are awakened, night time in the present is truly a magical, enticing time for you. Maybe it's the time when you hear ringing in your ears, when you feel your crown chakra tingles, when you sight cats around you. There is something magical, transformative, which is taking place with you, within you during night time. Things are being released from your subconscious, from your unconscious. Your dreams are carrying some special meaning. Some energies are being purged. And a lot of clarity is making its way. But whatever it is, I do feel you're in the lap of comfort. Uh, that these tremendous changes that are happening so subtly, you at the present moment are not, pardon, perceiving them as, this is a very transformative time for me. No. As I said, the divine feminine, she is making these changes, there's no doubt about it, but she's making these changes within you while holding you in her soft, comfortable embrace. Yes, that is what I want to say. Okay. My gosh, my god. You have the Kamar and you have the Shams. Okay. You are being prepared for something, pile one. There, I said it. It's out there now. In your present moment, you are being prepared for something. And not just anything. You are being prepared for your heart's desire, your dream purpose, whatever you want to call it, which you selected as your present for this lifetime before you came in. Okay, so just like the Indian Constitution has a separate charter for rights and a separate charter for responsibilities, similarly, when as souls we sign the contract for an experience here on earth, there is a mission that we undertake in service of light. And then we also get a gift from the universe, something that brings pleasure to our heart. And we have the moon and we have the sun, 18-19 together. It's a direct progression from one major arcanum to the next major arcanum. And for those of you, dear pile one, who are actively engaged in the process of letting go, of letting things be, who have surrendered their own will in favor of universal will, this message is particularly for you. You may seem that you are sacrificing your all, while what you're actually doing in the present is creating space in order for you to be able to receive all that the universe has in line for you behind the curtains. Okay? So whatever comes next, the point in the future from where I'm trying to channel these messages, when you reach that point, okay, and I see these cards exactly as the same moment as you see these cards. It's a surprise for me as well. And before I upturned this card, remember, I was telling you there is something around the corner. I said this before I looked at this card. And indeed, it's not only something, it's your treasure. It's your treasure in this life. I am so very excited for you. The sun represents your treasure in life for you. Something which is authentically, genuinely meant to be for you. Something which nourishes you inside out, physically, mentally, emotionally, but also spiritually as well. I'm so sorry. I am truly excited for you, Byron. And because in this particular deck that I'm utilizing, the Sufi Tarot by Aida Hussein, I see Shams, and I see Shams' best friend. So this could do with some of you finding a platonic soulmate or a member of your soul tribe or your entire soul tribe together. And when you do meet them, you're going to create magic. You're going to create something which enlivens this world, which brings a boost of positivity to Gaia. It's going to be nourishing to Gaia. Spread light, dispel darkness, spread light, purify hearts. So it might be a collaborative project as well. Now, those who have tuned in, you may be a life path 7, you may be a life path 9, you may have your birth date on the 19th of October or any other month, and even the 18th of February or any other month. Now let's upturn all your cards. My dear past self, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you that you have been patient and persevering in your work. There hasn't been a lot of recognition. There hasn't been a lot of reward or even praise. But you still showed up each day and you operated from a pure heart. In all your exchanges with others, you were conscious and you were mindful to only speak those words, to only think those thoughts that would not only keep your heart cleansed and holy, but also plant the seeds of holiness in others as well. And as you did that, you were consistent. You also showed up to water those seeds, to ensure that these seeds of positivity took firm rooting within the ground. And you worked diligently, sometimes forgetting your own health, sometimes neglecting your own needs, to ensure that the seeds of this project were tended to. And I witnessed you. I witnessed you during those afternoons, those quiet, solitary afternoons, where you would find yourself in quiet reflection and introspection. And I saw the afternoon sunlight heal you and continue to give you the strength as you co-created with the universe to root into this earth, this Gaia, seeds of light, of positivity, of a new direction and new world. And you're helping dear ones. You're helping other ones too, my dear one. With how you show up into the world, with how you show up in your relationships, you're helping people loosen their tight grip on how they once thought life should be, or how they once thought success should look like, or how they once thought the picture of an ideal life should look like. And with the innocence and vibrancy and life with which you present yourself to the world, you provide them with an opportunity to observe that things can be a different way. Things can be a brighter way, a more healing way, a more compassionate way, a more loving way for all, not only humans but species as well. If you're able to see the symbology of animals in this card, you can see nature in this card, you can see the environment in this card, and we have the Princess of Coins here. Your efforts are helping to restore health back into Gaia. Elders in your family, more particularly, in your community, in your society, due to your efforts, due to the way in which you lead your life, are finally realizing that life needn't be so hard or even harsh. This person is sitting, is enduring, if you see the expression, is enduring the harshness of the sun and is clad in silken clothes. So we know he's uneasy, but he is committed to being here because that's what he has been told. Life requires sacrifice. Life requires harshness, absolute dispelling of emotions. And then here you are, dispelling all these stringent notions, melting all these stringent notions with the touch of your magic, your laughter, your innocence, but most importantly, with the wisdom which comes from your heart. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you look at this card, this is a very lush green scenery, and if you look at this card, it's as if this person is seated on a throne in the Grand Canyon. There is life and water here, and there is barrenness here. So you see what you're actually doing? You're pouring the life of water, waters of rejuvenation, waters of healing in spaces that haven't had witnessed such waters for a long, long time. But because of this outpouring which is happening, you can see the vegetation coming up once again. People are once again opening their hearts to newness, to the idea that things could be a different way. Life could be simpler if we choose to make it. Life could be healthier only if we choose. And you can see this sparkle, this glitter over here, and it's more so on this side of the card than it is over here. So it does seem to me it's a and there is sparkle in the afternoon sunlight here. Yeah, there can be no more direct connectivity between these two cards that have come up. Okay, so my dear one, whatever work you are doing right now, in the present it may seem it's just going out into the cosmos. You don't have immediate feedback, no immediate results, but know the energies that you're pouring out, the vibes that you are pouring out, your devotion, your dedication is being directed by the universe to the most direst and the driest of places that require the healing, the rejuvenating powers of your water. I do feel a lot of you who have tuned into pile 1 are light warriors, earth angels, because your mere presence on this planet, you could be doing nothing. Your mere existence, your mere breathing on this planet is softening the harshness of this planet, is healing this planet even while you sleep. And what is happening, my dear one? Because you're inspiring people and you're transforming people at the same time, you're compelling people to leave spaces, to leave ideas, to leave belief systems, even personalities, which at one time made sense to them. But because of this transformation which is taking place from within, that which once motivated them is now pulling them down. They're experiencing a sense of stagnation in the very goals which they once set for themselves, in the very goals which once motivated them to get out of their beds every morning when they woke. But there's no joy in that, in those goals anymore, because they are a changed person, they are a changed people. And they are realizing that what the world teaches them to be success may not be applicable for each person. To each person, his or her own. They are realizing that success in life is going to be what you make it, what you choose to be success. For some, it is a lot of wealth. For some, it is a lot of peace. For some, it is a lot of luxury. For some, it is a lot of simplicity. So you, my dear one, through your very gentle speech, deeds, vibrations of thoughts, you see how you're being a catalyst. You're igniting a subtle yet powerful and steady change, firstly for those around you, and then through them, because you're all interconnected, on all the souls, on all the collective which is present on Gaia right now. They are realizing ultimately it is their heart which fulfills them deeply, and not the ideas of success which the world bombards onto their brains. And I see, inspired by you, a lot of people choosing to follow in the direction of hearts. And they are like, you know what? Wealth is good, luxury is good, opulence is good, respect, status, everything is good. But if all of this is going to come at the sinister price of sacrificing my heart's desires or giving up my integrity, my character, my honesty, I don't want it. I don't want it. The world can keep its chalices. The world can keep its offers. I am now empowered enough to allow my heart to take the lead, even though I'm in a desert, even though I may require water. But you know what? I have found a place of oasis within me, and that is my heart. And it is my heart which is going to ensure my replenishment each step of my journey. And you know, another interesting symbology in this card is the presence of this camel. So the most tender hearts on Gaia are the hearts of women, of females, of the feminine. But even purer, even tender are the hearts of animals. And because it is this heart which you have as your companion, people who are choosing to follow their hearts can rest assured that they will get to their destination, and sooner than had they followed what the world taught them. And ultimately, what is happening is something which hasn't been, witnessed in a long, long time in the history of this planet. From a position where human species, out of a place of fear, used to be cruel and dominant over those who were their dependents. We see a point, and I see again the divine feminine taking the lead. We see a point where they start operating from a place of self-acceptance, compassion, and kindness. And they realize their true dharma on this planet, or they realize the true reason or the true way of being on this planet. Living is one thing, but living graciously is altogether another. And I see the most harshest of them all, the most hardened of the hearts, melting to this realization. Because they're tired. They are tired. The soul is not meant to be not loving. The soul is always meant to be loving, to always be protective. And in the hand of this child, this girl, you will see a little chick. So a little chick and a full-grown lion are coexisting harmoniously, and there is vegetation all around, where once there was scarcity and desert and desolation. So my dear one, whatever it is that you're doing in the present is transforming, and it may not be visible to you right now, but it certainly is transforming places that require your healing the most. And your deeds are ensuring a brighter future, not only for your kind, but for others who are dependent on your kind. In terms of signs, you could be a Leo rising, sun or moon. You could have your zodiac sign or star sign in the sign of Aries, Leo once again, as well as Cancer and Pisces. So if any of this holds true for you, this is a double confirmation that this reading has been for you. As always, click the like button if this reading was of any use to you. Till next time, be good. Bye.